if they're a flaming skull with beet red eyes or something, like, is that not okay with your
I was the only one that had that.
We have matching. That's our tattoo that we're getting
on the bottom of our feet.
No.
Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. It's the podcast where we talk all things marketing, networking, and a wee bit of wizardry, and you never know what else might be thrown in. It's everything you need to know, everything you didn't know you need to know, but soon you'll be in the know. I'm one of your podcast co-hosts, Princess Paula, here along with my other podcast co-host, Tarah B. And together, the two of us will be Royally Unhinged. Welcome, folks, to the podcast. It is season 3 of the podcast. We've just been doing this so long now, it's just locked and loaded. Before I hand the microphone off to my co-host, quick, did you know, if you wanted to sponsor our podcast, guess what? We would love that. So when you sponsor the podcast, you pay us the dollars, and then we talk all about you, your business, what you do, and we drive as much business as we can over to your business so that we can make your cash register cha-ching ring. So also, if you wanted to sponsor our podcast, you can bring us on location. So as part of that sponsorship, we show up at your office or, I don't know, your kitchen or your house.
We could.
We'll be outside your window if you look outside. We'll be set up in your front yard doing a live podcast all about you.
Or if you have a pool, we might just show up to your house unannounced and just go sit in the pool and record.
Okay, let's go off the rails for a minute. Not gonna lie, currently this episode that we are recording in the midst of summer. And it is summer in the Midwest, right? Midwest, Minnesota, Wisconsin. And since we only get 3 months of summer, we make the most of it. But we are in a weird, wacko, random heat wave.
So bad.
To where it's been 100 degrees. And yesterday we hit a record for humidity.
I know. I looked at that.
80-something%.
I think it was 82 was the dew point or something like that, which is the longest that we've ever been. I checked the temp yesterday.
Well, it was a record.
It was literally 100 degrees, and it's but it feels like 103. And I'm
the humidity was so high, that to go outside, you could just go from the shower to outside, no diff.
That's true.
So, does Paula have a pool? Yeah. Have I been getting all my money's worth this summer? Yeah, you betcha.
We were actually just talking about, we were in the pool last night, and we were talking about getting a bigger pool. And then I was like, we should really get a pool like Paula has, because it's oxygenated and there's no fluorine chemicals, all that stuff.
The best ever.
I'm like, it's going to be so much better.
And we have it locked in this summer. So my hubby has all the chemical, everything locked in so that it has stayed super chef's kiss. And we're in all the time. Every night, we're in it every night, all the time. Just another pool party Sunday. Not pool party. Not a party. Just a gathering. A
dunking?
I get in the pool and I turn into a 5-year-old. Either I want to play mermaids or I porpoise. So I was just getting in the pool and I'm doo! And I just fall over. Or I want to wrestle. Matt gets in the pool with me and I just take him down in the pool. I literally turn into a 5-year-old.
I normally do that when I don't have to protect something that has been really on my arm.
Do tell! So I guess touching you today would not be good.
I mean, it's healed.
It's so pretty. This is going to be a part 2.
Part 2 tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
All right, lead us in there, my friend.
So, a while ago.
About a week ago.
I knew she was going to say nothing. I teed her up for it.
Good go.
So a while ago, we did an episode that, I don't even remember the name of it right now, but we were talking about tattoos in the workplace.
Look at you.
In the corporate world and business, all of the things. And we had a lot of people commenting about it afterwards. So if you have not watched that episode, go watch that one first. I think it's my ink something. I can't remember. You can tell.
2 seconds.
Are you looking it up? Okay, she's looking it up. But that
so your ink is showing.
Your ink is showing. So go watch that episode.
That looks great. That's a great looking one. You guys gotta go watch our episodes. That is so good.
I just go watch her episodes because they're good. I think she's referring to the thumbnails.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
what the last one looks like we're news anchors, and I freaking love it.
No news is good news.
That's so go watch part 1 of tattoo, part 2, whatever. Go watch the other tattoo one first. Your ink is showing. I give a little brief of why I got this. So my dad was recently diagnosed with multiple myeloma, blood cancer. Cancer sucks. And we've kind of just been talking about getting tattoos again. And I still think we're going to do an episode where we get a tattoo and re-record it.
I thought that's enough moxie.
Okay, I could do it again, just not that scale. So long story
The
short.
flowers are so realistic, Tarah.
I know, everyone says that.
Like, this is it's very 3D.
I also just put all my goop on right now, so it
It's
looks very
so
shiny
pretty.
and vibrant right now.
It's almost like in the colors of your season.
It is. I did that on purpose.
Lovely.
So it's the color of my season for my color analysis that I did with my wonderful friend from House of Color, Miss Holly. And it's all the colors. It's native Minnesota wildflowers are all the flowers that are in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the red ribbon for blood cancer. And actually,
Did you look up this? Did we talk about this on another episode? Did you look up the meanings of the flowers?
Yes, I have the meanings. Yeah.
Flowers? It's really cool. Okay, hold on. So this was a 2-visit tattoo?
This was a 2-visit tattoo. So I got the first session done. It was a 4-hour session, and it was just mainly the outline of everything. She did a little bit of color, I think, but not like shading or anything like that.
And then throw shade.
She didn't throw on a shade. And then session 2, I think, was 4.5 hours.
Holy Hannah.
So total is about 8.5 hour sitting session.
That's a long time.
And she's about 2.5 hours away. And I bet she's going to watch this because she watched our first episode.
That's a field trip.
It is a field trip. It was a day trip.
Gorgeous, though.
I'll put a close-up image of it right here. Ding. So you can see what it actually looks like up close and everything, but it's still in its healing.
I have questions, unless you're already going to dive into some conversation.
I was just going to pull up the specific meanings of each of the flowers that I have. Because I do have
What do you mean?
I just have to find where...
Okay, and here's what's really interesting. When it comes to tattoos, like sometimes, you get a tattoo and it does have a meaning and there's specific, like you pick the color, the everything, the tattoo for a meaning. But then sometimes, like for my children and my children-in-law, like they are working on a sleeve a bit by bit. And sometimes you get a tattoo and I'm like, why? And then it's like, I just liked it. Cool. And I think that's just it. Like with tattoos, you might be inebriated. So that's just what you pointed to on the wall when you walked in. It could have been a dare. Maybe you're getting matchy-matchy tattoos with, I don't know, your coworker from...
But you can't get a tattoo if you're drunk.
You can't?
That's against the law.
How would they know? Could you be high? Oh, now this is like a whole other kind of question.
The tattoo. So when I went to
Do they
my
do a breathalyzer?
They might. It says specifically on there, you cannot be under the influence to get it. And you actually
Who's
have to
going
sign
to
a waiver.
admit that?
No, you have to sign a waiver and everything too. That like you have not had, that you had like 8 ounces of water in the last 24 or something like that. Like you've eaten, you haven't drunk anything, you haven't like, there's a whole like thing that I had to fill out both times.
Okay, I'm going to have a lot more questions to get into. But fun fact, did you know that my eyebrows are tattooed?
I did.
They are tattooed. And it's similar. Like when I went, like couldn't have any Tylenol ahead of time. Couldn't do whatever because it thins your blood and all the things.
We have a friend too that actually has her eyeliner, or 2 friends, I think, that have their eyeliner tattooed. And then the one friend has her eyeliner and her lips tattooed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stain.
But it did hurt. Like at first when they were doing my eyebrows, didn't hurt. But after like an hour or two, I'm like, okay, that's hurting.
Okay. I have to say
What was your pain level like?
the first session of just the single line outline, totally fine. I could do that for a while, except when she got to my shoulder, because that's where, oops, I'm hitting my mic. So when she got to my shoulder, that's bone, like,
Yeah.
so it's more painful there. The shading part of it, I will never do again.
It's just the way they're just scratching kind of.
Yeah, it's literally taking millions of needles and just scraping at my skin constantly. And I know, Rita, that's not exactly what you were doing. There's more technical whatever to it. But
yeah, I have to say,
hot
these
dang.
people that get tattoos and they're like, oh, it's nothing. I could do that all day.
Like the blackout
How?
tattoos.
How do you, is it just people at different pain levels?
I mean, I was dealing with it pretty well, but like, I really needed to like focus. And I, like, the first session, like, we talked a lot with each other. The second session, I was just like zoning out. And I think she kept on trying to have conversation. We should probably comment on this. Trying to have conversation with me to make sure I wasn't going to pass out or anything. But like, I really had to focus.
Okay, I want you to tell us the meetings, and then we need to jump into this
Okay.
with business. I got a couple things.
All the things. Okay, so this one right here is prairie smoke. Actually, there's 2 prairie smoke on here. So those ones mean resilience in moving through difficult times. The chicory, the big one right here, and this little one that hasn't bloomed yet, is perseverance, strength, and determination. And then there's butterfly weed, these little ones. And this isn't like exact depiction of what those flowers are. It's an artistic interpretation of it. So if you're looking at it like, that's not what that flower, like, get over it. It's an artistic choice. Butterfly weed is the orange ones. And those ones are no, now I need to put this as 18 plus.
Garden weeds in your garden. Weeds in your garden with the flowers.
So the orange one is hope, transformation, and endurance. I'm just whoop. And then the wild bergamot, which is this one right here, this purplish one, is connection, community, and healing. And then there's just some prairie grass and all that stuff. So just to give it some texture.
Did your dad see it?
Did.
What do you think?
So he has been showing every time he goes to get his chemo, they're like talking, like my mom now has her screensaver on her phone of my tattoo. So it's an easy place. So they tell people. So this is kind of what we're getting into, because from our first episode, first of all, my dad loves it. He's very honored that I got that in his honor to show support and all that stuff. So I love you, Dad. So he absolutely loves it. He wants to see it every single time I'm over there. But so every time that he goes to get his chemo now, they start having conversations with the nurses about tattoos.
Interesting.
And what they think about having tattoos.
Oh, okay. Take it away.
So I'll have to find the text as we go through this when Paula is having her turn to talk. But
I say nothing.
Because
it's all you.
There's a couple that, like, from that first episode, the amount of people that have texted us, that have emailed us about it, that have commented on the videos, that have had.
Well, that's why we were like, we need to have a part
conversation.
2, not just to show off your tattoo.
But we wanted to wait also until it was done so I could show off my tattoo, because it's beautiful.
Because this has been spurring on some conversations, and I think I did like a networking talk. I did some talk. Yeah, I did. Talk somewhere, and I needed to give them a question to get them talking. And I was like, okay, go up to the people in the room and say, what do you think about tattoos? Do you have any tattoos? Do they belong in the workplace? And it's fascinating, because as soon as I give people that question to ask, there is a visceral reaction, because tattoos still have a bit of this is just so strange, because the way people respond or react to it tells you a lot about them. And I think there is still like tattoos are taboo. And yet so many people have them. And yet people still there's an amount of people that think they're still like really private, right? Like it's only your tattoo. Yeah. So you don't want to talk about it because you keep it hidden. But it's fascinating. If you just I challenge you, listener, dear listener, dearest watcher,
gentle reader,
I challenge you. Next time you're like in line somewhere, if you're just, making small talk, if you're chitty chatting somewhere, ask somebody, so do you have any tattoos? And it's so cool to watch people like think about it, respond. And then if you kind of ask them like, well, where do you have it? And does it have meaning? Why did you get it? When did you get it? And then ask people, do you think tattoos are appropriate in the workplace?
So we had, after our first episode of this release, we actually had our ambassador thing, a little get together, and we had a discussion about it.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some interesting
Break it down.
things. First of all, I think everybody that was there besides one person had a tattoo.
And that one person does not feel like any ink belongs on the body that the good Lord has made us.
Yes. And it was just really interesting.
Oh,
because
but there were some people that were regretful. There was a couple people in that mix that had a tattoo who were like, I wish I had never gotten it.
well, I mean, like, I wish I never got that one. Like, that was just one of the, I was 19 or something.
But that's the thing with tattoos. It's not like making a bad job decision or buying a card that turns out to be a lemon. You put ink on yourself,
it's there.
it's
Can't get
permanent.
rid of it. Well, you can, but it's going to cost you lots of moolah.
And be super painful.
Be really painful.
Yeah. So that would be a great listener, watcher, superfan question. How many of you have a tattoo you regret?
Do you have any that you regret?
No, because the one I had that I didn't like, we got it covered up.
Oh,
So me and my bestie, hi Whitney, we on our
That's
our
a
matching.
cover-up?
Yeah.
Wow.
So originally when we went out, we got matching teacups, coffee cup, teacup. So we'd have, because we love to sit and drink tea, but it was so bad. It was very square. If you look really closely, you can still kind of see it. So then we got it covered up with these ones, which the mountains are for her because she's from the mountains of North Carolina.
Yeah.
And the trees are for me because those are like the pine trees up here of the Midwest. So it's like the two of our worlds
collide.
collide.
If you just
But
see
it's
me
a-
like looking at the floor, I'm looking at her foot because that's where the tattoo is.
Pay out, girl. My husband has a really good cover up because he had a really ugly Packer G, like a Green Bay Packer G. That it was awful. It looked like a kindergartner colored it. Was so
This
bad.
is why it's very important. If you're going to do something like this, research the artist. Look for
Yes.
other artists that are in the style that you want. We have tons of tattoo parlors that are in our general vicinity right here. There's literally one up the road I could just go to. However, they have a different type of style. Each artist has a different style. that
Tarah.
they do.
What can we tie this into?
I don't know.
What you're saying is kind of like the whole be the Ferrari. Everybody's
Oh,
different.
yeah.
How they do business and why you might want to do business with someone. So what you're talking about here is researching your artist, their style, even their personality. Like there are some people, if you're gonna be sitting for hours with somebody,
I think it was really helpful though that like she and my husband like went to high school together many a moon ago. They weren't like friends,
but
but
knew
they
of
like
each other.
knew of each other. So we kind
They
of
could
just
vouch.
talked about my husband the whole time.
Sorry, Karen. Okay, but we're talking about skill,
mhm.
how they do it, what their style is, or their brand. So this
Yep.
would be equivalent to what is the brand of the tattoo artist. Because same thing with like the tattoos that me and my family have, we researched.
Yeah.
When Matt got a Packer tattoo, he wanted it by a Packer fan so
Yeah.
that they wouldn't do him dirty.
Well, apparently they did. Or is
Well,
this
no,
for the cover up? Okay,
The
this is for
cover
the
up is
cover-up.
gorgeous. And actually I was
I
telling
didn't
Matt
know he
this.
had a tattoo. I have to.
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to
so
show it
many.
to me.
Oh, yeah, so many. He has a huge, when the Packers won the Super Bowl in 2011, he's got a massive, like, big Green Bay Packer one. And then on the other shoulder, he has Bob, which is the deer that he shot. And Bob's head is mounted in our house, and it's on his back. And then he has a matching tattoo to me.
His name is Bob.
I named him
Of course
Bob.
you did.
Because he scared me at first. When I first showed up at his house, and there was, like, this dead deer hanging on the wall, it's like, the eyes follow you. So I had to name him Bob
really
so that way
do.
I could talk to him. And at Christmas time, we put a Santa hat on him.
Oh my gosh, we do that too. So we used to have one of my dad's taxidermied bucks that he got so long ago. It was up above our fireplace.
Yeah.
And every holiday season we would take actually a string of pearls, like from Frozen when Sven
Oh my
gets
God.
tangled up in all the icicles.
I could do that now.
So, and even we went to a wild hockey game, and it was the one, I can't remember the name of the movie. It's a huge Minnesota hockey movie.
Oh.
It's
O'Reilly. No, wait, that Miracle.
No,
Mighty Ducks.
no. See, this is what Minnesota is. It's just hockey. No, it's another one. It was like two brothers that
Yeah, you're on your own.
they. Anyways, the two brothers were there at the hockey game, so it was like a huge event. And they were giving away the glasses with the duct tape on the center of them as like their freebie or whatever. So we actually had the glasses sitting on the deer for the longest time with all the beads and stuff.
Slapshot?
Yes. That's what it was. It was
You're
Slapshot.
welcome.
So, anyways.
Anywho, like, you're going to get a tattoo. You're thinking about getting a tattoo. Also, don't go in like late right before they close and be like, can I get a quick tattoo from you? I mean, it's like most businesses, you show up right before they close and you ask for food. Probably gonna spit in your food.
They're gonna spit on your tattoo.
Like when you're getting a tattoo, you want to have a good relationship. You want to take the time. Like these people are just like, let's go and get a tattoo this weekend.
I don't recommend that. First of all, maybe you are just one that you just like things and you just want it on you. Like that's cool. But like, I think it's very, very important because if you just go in and again, it might not be your style and it's going to be something you're going to regret later on in time. Like, I think the general parlors around here are like that one old school, like mom with the heart tattoo, like very.
Oh, yeah. Like an anchor or a heart with.
Yeah. Like pinups and stuff like that. Like it's really, really heavy lines. Like it's not like line drawn stuff, which that's a whole style in itself.
Oh my gosh, Tarah, this is so good because this is like, okay. I love tattoo artists because I think it's such a skill. Like people who can just, where you're like, can you draw some flowers? And they just create something. I think they're the most creative, amazing people around, the way they can just draw and create things.
I agree.
But I also stick them in the same category as graphic designers. Because similarly, when it's like, hey, can you create a logo? Hey, can you create something? And people who are able to create that, well, like this gal here, I think that's a super cool skill to have where you just kind of see it or you have an inkling and then you can make it.
And build off of it and stuff.
I just think that's such a cool talent and a cool skill.
I would never be able to be a tattoo artist. I'm good at designing, but I don't know.
I just freehand and stuff and.
Which a lot of what she did was freehand. I mean, she did have the stencil. So she had where everything was going, but all of the color, the shading, she just did that.
And you know what, teachers? This is why. If you have a student in your class who doodles all the time, let them.
Encourage them to pursue
I think that's
art.
how they end up. Our tattoo artists are the ones that end up, they're just like doodling and drawing cool things and they just have a knack for it.
They just come up with crazy ideas.
It's so cool. But again, if you're going to go and get a tattoo, find somebody that aligns with what you want to do and, I don't know, all the things.
She's bored of this.
Like you would.
I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm not doing peach monsters, right? So, well, I might have snuck one last week or two, but I'm still trying to wean myself off and trying to find another caffeine source.
Okay, the picture that I sent you the other day when I was with our wonderful friend, S3E9, and
does she have caffeine cheese?
Do I give her a bug?
Does she have caffeine cheese?
Because I love her.
That would be something. Can you make brie? Cheese with caffeine in it? Yeah, but the drinks I drink are 0 calorie and cheese is not 0 calorie.
No. So the drinks that they have at the effing candy shop.
So
there was one, and I can't remember the name, but it's blue something. She had one as we were meeting, and she got bombarded by the boys of River Falls or something. Yeah, the boys of summer. She got bombarded by them. She's like, and she even told me, she's like, the boys might be coming. We might have to go scoop some ice cream and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, whatever. So they came. I thought she was just talking about like her boys. No, there was like 8 boys that showed up and they were just running around the candy store, like grabbing stuff. Well, they weren't grabbing. They were using the tongs and it was very sanitary, but it was like, they were just going everywhere. One of her kids actually makes one of the drinks. It's like the lime something, whatever. Like he came up with his own drink. Like it was just super unique. Anyways, I'm digressing.
Where's the caffeine?
So the blue drink that I got, it had some sort of caffeine in it and it tasted like blue raspberry.
Did it
and
work?
She has a peach option and the syrups that she puts in it are sugar free.
Well, I wonder if it's the syrup I have. I have a peach syrup at home. But I wonder what else she puts in there. Oh,
I know.
I never thought of putting it with like 7-Up or something.
Oh,
I just been adding it to water, which is like, wow.
A certain whatever dirty girl soda that she makes there.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's the one that I had, the blue one, but she has all these other flavors. And I was like, Paula could totally do that with peach. So you should really ask her. Anyways, that's where I was going with caffeine. Anywho, oh my gosh, it's been
we now have a transcript of our podcast. Okay, let's talk a little bit more though about whether or not it's really interesting when I ask people, do tattoos belong in the workplace? The responses that we get, because not everyone agrees. Shocker.
They don't.
But like,
or if they're okay, but you need to have
it's the face tattoos that seem to, okay, stop, back up. Going back to, there have been workplaces that have had tattoo policies. Not as much anymore, but it was a thing for quite a while where, you know, your tattoos had to be covered up and you couldn't see them. Like legit policies in the workplace. I was just talking to someone, they were telling me about that. They were like, yeah, they worked at places where it was written in the policy, it had to be covered.
I don't know if I've ever worked at a job that was ever a policy. Or maybe it was and it just didn't pertain to me because I've only had this one for a while.
And so then I always ask about face tattoos. And how do you feel about face tattoos? Does it, you know, impact what you think, whether or not you want to do business, all the things?
So there was a video that I saw on TikTok or Reels, I don't even remember. And it was some gal that was talking about tattoos that she just liked, that she wanted to have. Like it was kind of like what you were saying. There's the people that like they have meaning behind them, and then there's other ones that are just like they just get them because they like them. So this gal, it was a little skit. So she was interviewing herself, but she was like another person. So she was playing two roles of a person, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
so she had like all these tattoos and stuff, and I don't know if they were real or not, if they could have been drawn or temporary, I don't know. But she was going through, and the one person was like, oh, why'd you get that tattoo? And then she's like, oh, just a little bug with blah, blah, blah. I just really liked it. And she's like, no, do you know that means that? Like, tattoos have so many different meanings now.
Oh my gosh, you've just joined like a gang or a group of something you don't.
Or like if you get like
flower
the
gang.
I knew the teardrop, the flower gang. I knew the teardrop meant something, but if it's like just an outline, it means that like you've seen somebody die. But if it's colored in, like you've killed somebody. Like it gets like there's two sides of like it's just
it's like you get a tattoo because you're just like, I thought it was pretty, and they're like, you just joined our gang.
Yeah, like it's so, or like do you remember when I don't know if it's still a thing, but if you only get like one ear pierced, depending on which one it is.
Yes.
I'm like, who comes up with it?
And do you think it's the tattoo artist's responsibility to let the customer know, hey, before we do this, do you know what this is known for?
Yeah, probably. It is up to you. I feel like if you're a tattoo artist and you're watching this, let us know. Like, is that a moral thing or is it like a policy?
Well, is that like a mandatory reporter that you should have to mandatory report to your client? Do you know what you're getting?
Or like if you're doing a name, because I've seen so many just like stupid videos of like people spelling names wrong.
Okay, who is grammatically spell checking
like Regert?
Okay, there are too many of them. How is no one catching it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's on purpose just to be a conversation starter either.
Okay, but then what do you do? Like if you get a tattoo and it's spelled wrong, do you get it for free? Like do you get it because you can't undo it?
I don't know.
What do you even do?
Because then is it... Okay, so the process of, which I'm sure you know, like the process of getting a tattoo, if you don't have one, the gal that I worked with, so I sent her my ideas, and I did work with AI just a little bit, but I wanted her to have full artistic freedom to change up whatever she thought would work better, because she's, I was going to say expert, and we all know how we feel about that word. But I mean, she is the professional. I have no idea about how to do tattoos. So I let her have the freedom to do it. She sent me a rough outline. Literally, it was just the outline. A few days before I went to go in for my session, if I wanted anything changed or whatever. We got there. We still had a little bit of a planning session before she even printed the stencil to put it on me. With her, it was a little bit different. from like a normal parlor because she's a private parlor, so
Mhm.
you physically have to schedule an appointment with her, and she like only takes certain projects, like she won't take all of them.
Yeah.
Because she wants her work to have more meaning and all that stuff and whatever. So it was really awesome. But then we had our little planning session. I'm like, okay, we're good to go. Then when it was like, oh, do we try and cover this one up? Do we have it on this one? Blah, blah, blah. Like we're back and forth. But she put it on, did the stuff. Where was I going with this? Telling the whole process.
If somebody makes a spelling error.
Oh, yeah. So she put on a stencil. She brings me home. She grounds me. So she put on a stencil, but I had to like see it. Like you have to see it. You look at it in the mirror before.
That's what I'm saying. That's like two people reading something wrong, which can happen.
But you're looking in the mirror too, so you're looking at it backwards, depending on where you're getting it done.
Yeah, but I remember whenever I got mine, there was already a photocopy first that you look at. That's the right way. Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. So I wanted to bring it back to these nurses that my parents were talking to about. They're probably sitting there like, you were talking about us, and then you just stopped and started talking about something else. When is it coming back to us? So here you go, my parents. So so they asked, and every single nurse that they have dealt with has at least one tattoo. Every single one. Most have 2 or 3 visible tattoos on their arms. I'm just reading a text that she sent to me as they were sitting for his chemo. Not sure if they have any anywhere else. Not that you would really ask. Do you have any secret hidden tattoos?
Oh, I do. I'll be like, are they all visible or?
Oh, I thought you were saying that you had a secret tattoo. Oh.
Or do I?
So then, there was I don't know if this is relevant. There was a manager at St. Oh, yeah. There was a lady that was higher up. Like, she was the director or something of the radiology clinic or something at St. John's. And she had checkers up and down her arm.
Oh,
and you could actually see it, though. So and she's in that healthcare, that health industry. She just said black squares on her arms from her elbow up. So I'm wondering if it was like a faded checkerboard. I don't remember. But it's really funny because she said too, my dad doesn't hesitate to ask each and every single one of them what their tattoo means and stuff. So you hear some really interesting stories. So I think a lot, especially in the healthcare industry, like for nurses to have them or any doctors, whatever, I feel like there probably is more of a story because they deal with so much all the time that it's more of something like that, but maybe not. But it was just interesting that,
okay, here's another thing. Sorry, cut you off, interrupted Cal.
Move. And then I do want to say one of the comments that I had from.
She'll wrap up with that. This will be my last thing to say. And that is, we all choose who we get to do business with. And if tattoos really bother you, or you go to meet with someone and they're covered in tattoos and you're just like, I don't like that. Well, then you get to choose. You get to choose with your dollars and your feet. And like Tarah and I say over and over and over again, like you're going to find the people you want to work with. You're going to find the people who want to work with you. And if you are covered in tattoos and somebody doesn't like that, even though you're super smart and talented, then so be it. Because there's more than enough.
There's more than enough.
I saw a video, similarly last night, and I actually started following this gal because she had the coolest tattoo. Like she was tattooed from the neck down, and they were dark, like Ken, you said, like blackout, like that. Oh my gosh, it was so cool looking. Like it was just beautiful because they were color, and then her makeup was like on point. It was super cool. Now I would never be able to. I could never sit that long for something like that, and I like to be able to cover up my tattoos should I so choose, but.
Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I do still have the option to cover it up. It's just like
no, like with your clothes.
No, I know. If I were short sleever, like it still pokes out a little bit.
Yeah.
But everybody that has seen it are just like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. It looks so real. So good job, Rita.
You know that Rita was one of the names I had in mind for my daughter.
Really?
Because my best friend growing up was Rita. She lived behind me my whole life, and so I just loved the name. But she was Italian, and her mother used to yell, Ritina! And I could hear her calling her, and
So when I first found out that her name was Rita, the only thing that, and I told her this too during one or both of our sessions, I can't remember. Rita Skeeta from Harry Potter. She's the reporter with the short blonde hair and the lime green
Oh my gosh.
suit.
Of course
That
you would take it to Harry Potter.
yeah, of course I did. Okay, so I wanted to finish
Think of Rita's ice.
on this on this comment that we got on one of our videos. So advancing in certain professions while being, and you can go and look at the last video too if you actually want to read this and have a discussion about it. But advancing in certain professions while being visibly tattooed often means getting side-eyed before people know anything about your abilities. If someone is truly dedicated and exceptionally skilled, that bias doesn't stop them. Sometimes it forges an even stronger work ethic because they know they'll have to prove themselves twice. Meanwhile, someone who already looks the part may never have to overcome that first impression. So if I'm choosing between two equally qualified surgeons, I'll happily take the one who climbed the ranks while challenging people's assumptions about tattoos, not because the tattoos make them a better surgeon, but because they succeeded despite a stereotype that still exists. I also agree this is partly generational, which is what we kind of talked about in our first episode of this. As more heavily tattooed professionals become doctors, lawyers, professors, engineers, and business owners, the stereotype will keep shifting. Eventually, the conversation won't be, do tattoos make you look unprofessional? It will be, are they good tattoos?
Ooh.
Because there's a difference between decorating your skin with thoughtful, well-executed work and simply covering... I'm almost done.
I wanted to see who it was that said this.
It was my tattoo artist.
Oh! Good job, Rita.
Decorating your skin with thoughtful, well-executed work and simply covering yourself with random ink. Did your sleeve cost more than the newest iPhone? Mine probably did. Mine did.
Well, she's just giving all the deets away.
Isn't it really? Was it? I read that as soon as that was really good, Rita. As soon as she put that, I was like, huh, that is deeply thoughtful on this whole topic. And now you all know about it. So now you all have to go and put your comments in about how you...
I would love you to put a comment of how many tattoos you have. Like, just put a number down below of comments.
I want... Ooh, could we do how many tattoos you have and what year you got them? Because I'm curious, because a lot of our followers, we know how old they are, so I'm kind of just curious if it was like more recent that they got them.
Nobody knows how old I am. I am youthful.
Matt, show me your birth certificate.
Not really. If I got Botox, I'd look younger. But speaking of needles, I want needles in my face. All the way did eyebrow tattoos. That's a
I could
conundrum.
not do acupuncture or
No Botox.
that either.
Which is funny. Someone's here going, I want needles in my face. But I was like, bring on the tattoo. Anywho,
Needle, no.
join us next time when we'll be talking about more things like tattoos and your face.
Yes.
As always, we're all okay. Here's the deal. This is why we do what we do, and we do what we do because we want to give you all of the goodness stuff
and things to think about, really. So, like, if you're a business owner, for this episode particularly, think about it. Like, do your employees have tattoos? Do you care if they have tattoos? Maybe you do. Are they acceptable to be shown? If it's
have you told them they have to cover them up?
If they're a flaming skull with beet red eyes or something, like, is that not okay with your...
Oh, I was the only one that had that.
We have matching. That's our tattoo that we're getting now.
On the bottom of our feet.
No, I will never do that.
The only way people see it is we just stick our foot up for the camera and
Oh my gosh.
all right, friend. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Join us next time. We'll be talking about more places. No. Anyway, just hang out.
Come hang out with us.
Like and subscribe. Our
She's having a problem with
our podcasts are released every Wednesday at 12 o'clock CST. So if you're in Mountain Time, You get it early.
Unless I'm on vacation
Then who
in a different
knows?
time zone, then I don't know when it will
Unless
post
she's
for you.
in Durango.
Durango. No, remember the time that I was on the cruise and I was trying to upload
The
video
Wi-Fi wouldn't work.
and the Wi-Fi wouldn't work,
She was
so
on a
it
poop
didn't.
cruise.
So
Have you seen that Netflix special?
I'm getting over that. So the episode
Wait,
didn't even
Getting
come
over the
out.
Netflix special or the poop cruise?
The poop cruise. But the episode, I'm trying to get past it. No. The episode didn't even upload anything until like Friday.
Never, ever, ever get on a cruise line.
This is what I have to
I will
Every single
never,
time.
ever, ever get on
deal with that we
a
record.
cruise.
And with that, please like and subscribe if you want to see more
I
of
get a
this.
tattoo that says poop cruise.
Thanks for joining.
And if we just a poop emoji on a boat. I just enjoy myself. You know, if you can't make yourself laugh, you're not laughing, I suppose. I don't know.
No, you wouldn't.
You could just come play porpoise in the pool with me. But not poop. There's no poop in the pool. Because it's an oop. No, it's an ooh. Have you ever heard there's no pee in our pool? That means it's just an ool. There's no pee in the pool. Makes it an ool.
She's such a dork.
Whew, that was a good workout. Anywho, join us next time when we'll talk more things that will help you, make you laugh, or, I don't know,
Make you think about life in general or your business.
give you tattoo ideas.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm one of your co-hosts, Princess Paula with all the P's, and my co-host,
Tarah B.
I was trying to say your name yesterday, and I couldn't even remember anymore. I just looked at it and was like,
You didn't remember my name?
know how to say it, because now you're just Tarah B. I'm like,
Oh, my last name?
oh, my Lanta. Yes.
Oh, my Lanta fruit.
If you've stayed this long, thanks. Do you see Dumbledore? Cindy! Do you see the
I didn't
Dumbledore?
even-
I hit him. Look it. He's behind the straw. He's so with his dress.
I didn't even notice you didn't take a sip of your water the whole time.
I know, because I couldn't move him. So I've been like so parched and thirsty.
After we started recording, I was like, crap, did she move him? I put him on the table. Where did he go? And then I couldn't find him.
Shut up, Cindy. Did you find him? Every episode, we hide a Dumbledore. This season, we've gone with Dumbledore Mini because we ran out of places for a regular size. Next season, we'll have the Dumbledore XL. We'll just have a big, he'll be on the couch. Can you see him? He'll be like a doll, right? Or else you'll see his head just sticking up from behind the back. It's hot here.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
100
so
degrees.
creepy.
I know, but so
His eyes
funny.
are just cardboard cutout. His eyes are just. No, it's not even a cardboard
There's
cutout.
gonna be a Dumbledore
You
tattoo.
literally print off his face on a
Wait,
piece of paper.
Wait, can we get... She... Temporary tattoos! Temporary Dumbledore tattoos!
Yes.
How fun would that be to hand out on like our next... We have an event coming up, summer of 2026. We're gonna be at a food truck festival. Food, Dumbledore tattoos. It's on like Donkey Kong. So look on our website if we're smart enough to put it up there. Otherwise, just run around yelling for us. See if you can find us. Whew. Okay, I'm exhausted now.
That was
Thanks for hanging out, friends. Adios! Shoo!
Get out of here.
Shoo! Go! No, okay, my favorite movie ever, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, is where we go home. It's over. That's all there is. Just leave. It's
Paris does.
done. We're done. Go!